For the similarly named Mercury vehicle, see Mercury Cougar. The Ford Kuga is a compact sport utility vehicle produced by Ford since 2007. It is based on the C1 platform, that also forms the underpinnings of the Ford Focus and Ford C-Max. Both front-wheel drive and four-wheel drive are offered. First generation, the Kuga went on sale in the first half of 2008, and is built at Ford's plant in Saarlouis, Germany. In the UK, emphasizing the car's premium market aspirations, only high-end Zetcon titanium specifications are offered. The combined fuel consumption is 44.10 mpg and the CO2 emissions are 169 grams per kilometre. Engines: petrol, 2.5 L Duratec Turbo i5, 200 PS, diesel, 2.0 L Duratorque, 136 PS, 2.0 L Duratorque, 163 PS 4x4 and PowerShift models. Worldwide markets: a July 20, 2007 report indicated Ford executives were considering the prospects of sales in North America. This idea was later scrapped after it was determined the car could not be sold both competitively priced and at a profit in the U.S. due to the current dollar-euro exchange rate. On July 24, 2008, WDIV-TV had announced that Ford is reconsidering bringing the Kuga to North America after all. On October 22, 2009, news leaked that Ford will build the Kuga at its Louisville plant, possibly as the 2012 Ford Escape. On June 23, 2010, Ford announced it will end production on the second-generation Escape in 2011 in anticipation to the Kuga's North American launch as the next-generation Escape. The Ford Kuga is now also available in Argentina since 2010, in Japan, South Africa and New Zealand since 2011, and in Australia since March 2012. A facelift was released in late 2010. That redesigned Kuga will form the basis for the 2013 Ford Escape sold in the U.S. Both vehicles will likely offer a hybrid option, as Ford announced in May 2010 that it would build unspecified hybrids at a plant in Valencia, Spain. If built, the Kuga hybrid would be Ford's first hybrid to be sold in Europe, though it has sold over 100,000 Escape hybrids and Mercury Mariner hybrids in the U.S. since 2004. Second generation, Ford Kuga engines, petrol, 1.6 L ECO boost turbo i4, 150 PS, 1.6 L ECO boost turbo i4, 182 PS 2WD and 4x4 models. 2.0 L ECO boost turbo i4, 242 PS 4x4 models. Diesel, 2.0 L Duratorque, 140 PS, 2.0 L Duratorque, 163 PS, Ford Escape. The third-generation Ford Escape was revealed at the 2011 Los Angeles Auto Show, based on the new Global C platform that also underpins the latest generation Ford Focus. The Escape is a rebadged Ford Kuga designed in Europe. 2 ECO boost inline four-cylinder turbocharged engines are offered. The basic engine is a 2.5 L naturally aspirated i4. The new Escape is the first Ford vehicle to offer a new 1.6-litre unit. In the process of revamping the Escape's engine lineup, both the hybrid model with its 2.5-litre Atkinson powertrain and the 3.0-litre V6 engine have been dropped. Ford claims that the fuel economy of the new 1.6L ECO boost engine will match that of the previous Ford Escape hybrid, while the new 2.0-litre engine produces more horsepower than the current V6 unit. The transmission is a 6-speed automatic. The new generation of the Ford Escape is 10% more aerodynamic than the previous generation. Also new for the 2013 model year is My Ford Touch, which is currently available on many Ford vehicles. The newest software version of the My Ford Touch system will offer an all-new UI and additional features. Another new feature is the optional hands-free liftgate. A person carrying the keyless entry transmitter can raise his or her foot under the rear bumper of the Escape to remotely open the tailgate. This feature will also be available on the Ford C-Max hybrid later in the year, and was introduced on that vehicle in Europe. The Ford C-Max hybrid will replace the Escape's hybrid model. Eco-friendly seat fabrics are standard on lower trim levels, as well as the vehicle's carpeting being mostly constructed from recycled plastic water bottles. This allows the new Escape to be mostly recyclable at the end of its life cycle. The new Escape is offered with front-wheel drive in the S trim level and front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive in the SE, SEL and titanium trim levels. The 2013 Ford Escape production began April 11. The production of the 2012 Ford Escape ended on April 28, 2012, overlapping slightly in production with the 2013 model due to plant issues, with limited availability of the 2012 model year Ford Escape vehicles being available at Ford showrooms. As of mid-May 2012, the third-generation Escape is available at most dealerships across the US and will be introduced in Canada starting June. In 2012, about 3,500 Ford Escape were damaged in a hailstorm on April 28 in Louisville Key while they awaited shipment to dealers. Ford prepares a launch to dealers in June. The new Escape has sold well, and is making inroads into drivers of competing vehicles. In July 2012, Ford recalled 11,500 new Escapes in the US and Canada after 3 fires were reported. The fuel line leading to the engine compartment can split under pressure. The possible leak only affects Escapes with the 1.6-liter 4-cylinder ECO boost engine built from April through July 11 of 2012. Only 4,800 had been sold while the rest were in dealer stock. Later in July, Ford issued a second recall for 11,000 Escapes built from March 8 to June 7 of 2012 because of tight clearance around the foot pedals that could cause the operator to accidentally hit the brake. On September 5, 2012, Ford ordered a third recall for its redesigned 2013 Escape SUV. This recall covers 7,600 2013 Escape SUVs built with the 1.6-liter engines, including 6,150 in the United States and 1,300 in Canada. Ford says the recall is to prevent a dislodged cup plug in the engine cylinder head. On December 1, 2012, Ford recalled the Escape for the fourth time for a fire risk pertaining to the 1.6-liter engines. Owners were asked to stop driving their vehicles until a solution was found. A glitch in the engine control software was quickly determined to be the cause of the engine fires, and an update to the software was offered by Ford to correct the issue. Another safety recall concerned Louisville-built 1.6-liter engines, and was supplemented March 31 and April 16 by Ford instructions to halt demonstration or sale of such vehicles until repaired and modified in 14 respects. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration 2013 Ford Escape FWD crash ratings, overall, frontal driver, frontal passenger, side driver, side passenger, side pole driver, rollover, name, Kuga is, in the Serbian, Croatian and Slovenian language, the word for plague. However, the name of the car was not changed for these markets. References. External links. Official Ford Kuga section on Ford.co.uk, Ford Kuga official site.